Jimenez when he himself has not submitted to a drug test that we've been clamoring for. What's your moral ascendancy to talk to us about this problem? Walang naniniwala sa'yo.
Unless some action is taken, di ba? Yes, magkaroon ng mag-snowball yung issue and people are starting to clamor for it. Tapos kung maingay na, nayuyugdog na sila, and the refusal to acknowledge even the question will now become a matter of his own security, the security of tenure.
Ayun, mga kababayan, kahapon po narinig siguro ng taga Philippine National Police at ng mga media operators ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. at ni DILG Secretary Abalos Ma'am Lorin ang ating criticism na hindi talaga magkakasya. Ang equivalent po ng una nilang sinabi, 2,150 kilos na shabu, and then naging 1,800 kilos, later on naging 1,400 kilos. Alam niyo po ba sa equivalent sa sako ng bigas, 50 kilos? Kung ipasok po yan sa isang sako ng 50 kilogram rice, ang 2,100 kilograms ay aabot po yan ng 110 na sako ng bigas na 50 kilos. Mawawasak po ang under chassis at ang mga wall ng van na yon, hindi siya makakagalaw.
So, ang sinasabi mo, in-adjust nila?
In-adjust nila, 1.8, hindi pa rin magkakasya. 1.8 kilos.
In-adjust nila kasi, scam yon.
Scam to justify. At malinaw, staged.
Yeah.
Malinaw po yung binanggit ng isang abogado kagabi, nakalimutan ko lang sa isang interview na tama po yung sinasabi namin dito ni Ma'am Lorraine. Sinabi ng abogado, the chain of custody of evidence was contaminated and under the jurisprudence ng Supreme Court sa mga checkpoint, you cannot simply na magbulat-lat ka ng mga sasakyan nang walang court order kasi plain view doctrine lang ang allowed. So therefore, it will now become a case, sabi ko sa mga nakausap namin kanina, Ma'am Lorraine, of a so-called fruit of the poisonous tree. Which means, any evidence obtained out of illegal means will be inadmissible in court. Madidismiss ito. But eventually, alam naman natin ng taong bayan na yun talagang purpose, hindi ang kaso. Or ang pag-address ng drug problem, kundi ipahiya si Pangulong Duterte, gumamit ng gimmick, at ipalabas na mayroon silang malaking operation na will in fact, sumablay ang script. Kasi ang volume at ang vehicle hindi tumutugma. Ang pinatayo na kapitan walang alam kung anong sasabihin. At ang nagdidirect at ang ipinasahan ng script ay ang presidente at ginamit siyang floor director sa press conference kahapon.
It was a very amateurish na pagka-stage na drug bust kunyari. So, I'm always looking at it from the perspective of a doctor.
Yes.
And I like so much what Attorney Trixie said, that it is a healthcare issue. In fact, it is, no? Kasi this staged na drug bust na yan, obvious naman that it's staged.
Na-booking naman, booking.
Yeah, and yet he went for it. What kind of mind is that, no? In my opinion, you know what it is? It is a mind. I can put it together. It's a mind of someone who's been in chronic abuse of cocaine. It's possible. It's clearly possible, diba? So, magpa-drug test siya kasi yung health issue na ito, yan ang karapatan ng Pilipino, malaman. Oh, sino ba itong namumuno sa amin at dinadala tayo sa kung saan-saan, because our lives are intimately linked to the decisions that this president makes, no?
Exactly.
And not just us, but our children and our children's children and the destiny of this country. So now he's bringing us to war, and I'm thinking, and all of these terrible decisions like that comical na drug bust, no? So what is, maybe he should really have that drug test. What is his mental condition, no?
And besides, ma'am, the more pressing issue right now and question, saan po ninyo kinuha, Mr. President, General Marbil and Secretary Abalos, ang 2 toneladang droga na yun? Kaninong bodega nyo hiniram?
Because it's staged, no? Obviously,
So, sino ang nagbubodiga nun? That's a primary question.
Source.
Kailan pa yun binudiga? Kasi sinabi niyo shabu eh. Hindi pa nagkaroon ng laboratory test. Questionable ang pagdala doon at nagkaroon kayo ng script na pumalpak, kung baga sa pelikula flap. Yun ang tinatawag na teatro budol. Yung teatro budol nyo ay pumalpak, sumambulat. At ngayon, alam na ng taong bayan bakit inilabas yun. Una, para ipahiya at malisyusong intrigahin ang drug war ni Pangulong Duterte
Pero
na talagang
backfire.
yumanig. Nag-backfire.
Yeah.
Pangalawa, ang purpose ng tabunan ang lumalawak at dumagsa na sentimento ng galit ng mamamayan na nagtipon-tipon sa Mindanao sa Tagum City.
Yes.
Third, upang pagtakpan ang sunod-sunod na issue na sinasambulat ni Ms. Maharlika at ng social media sa kanyang involvement sa drug abuse at mga pangungurakot ng kanyang mga tauhan at mga disipulo sa mga AICs at iba pang program of social welfare and benefits supposedly for the people. At ngayon, naglabas pa ng video ito si Tunying. Ito si Tunying ay naglabas ng video na ang kanyang content si Tunying. Anthony Taberna yata itong pangalan niya. At ang content niya, ang First Lady, na nagraray-naraynahan na parang siya ay elected officer of the government at inaatake niya ang Vice Presidente. I think, tingnan natin itong video clip at iba pa mga video slice operations ni Tunying na pinalabas niya kung gaano ka-intriga ang mga inilalabas na statement daw ng First Lady laban sa Vice President.
I was always kind to her.
Sabi niyo, she crossed the line. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Wala nang reconciliation yan?
Budget din sa akin. I mean, for me, nasaktan ako because my husband will do everything to protect you. You ran together, di ba? Sama-sama tayo, babangon muli. Pupunta ka sa rally, tatawagan yung presidente mong bangag. Di ba, you're going to laugh? Tama ba yan? Even Lenny never did that.
Sa akin, ano ngayon kung bad shot siya sa'yo? Sino ka? You are the wife of the president, yes, but you do not own this country and you
Her Royal
are not.
Highness.
The Royal Highness Lisa Araneta Marcos, bad shot siya sa akin.
Her Royal Highness.
So ano kung bad shot sa iyong Vice Presidente? 32 million po, First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos, ang bumoto kay Inday Sara Duterte.
Sa'yo ilan?
Sa'yo ilan? Sa asawa mo, tine-question pa ngayon kasi kinausap mong Smartmatic. At yan ay pinatotohanan ni Glenn Chong with affidavit. At yan din ang binulgar niya. Nag-hire ka pa ng 3 operators na bawal, foreigners. Griego, Romanian, and Bulgarian. Hindi mo sinasagot. Sino ka, First Lady Araneta Marcos? At bakit kami magtatamimi o mag-aalangan ang Vice Presidente o sino mang ordinaryong Pilipino sa'yo kapag na-badshot sa'yo? Bakit? Anong gagawin mo pag na-badshot sa'yo? Ano? Ipapadukot? Kagaya ng ginawa mong pag-order sa ISAP na mangdukot? Ng mga bata sa pribadong away na mag-asawa na pinakialaman ninyo? Dahil kaibigan ng pamilya mo, kaibigan nyo ni Bongbong Marcos? Ito yung mga dapat makita ng taong bayan. How evil the intention ng ganitong mga tao na nakadikit sa puder at kapangyarihan ay pinahiram ng mamamayan sa presidente, akala nila sila rin ay presidente. Exactly the way they were described or she is described by former Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez and Trixie and PCO or Press Secretary Attorney Trixie. Kung gaano ang mga puder na ito ay nagagamit ng mga tao kagaya ni Lisa Araneta na nakadikit bilang asawa ng presidente. Ano ngayon? Ano ang issue mo sa Vice Presidente? Ikaw naman, Katunyeng, ano ngayon kung galit o bad shot sa kanya si Sara Duterte, mangingimi kami? Mag-aalangan kami at maninikluhod ang taong bayan na huwag kami maging bad shot. Vice Presidente, mag-ingat ka, bad shot sa'yo or bad shot ka kay Lisa Araneta. So what? Ano ngayon?
Hindi ito ba talaga makikita kung gaano kasama talaga nagda-drugs, no? At saka yung alcohol, naku, ang sama niyan. So anyway, parang ako, ang feeling ko talaga dito, no? She said kasi she was always kind, no? But everybody knows. Everybody, and my mother and my dog, all our dogs know. All of us know who is behind this attempted takedown of our Vice President where billions of taxpayers' money has been used to destroy our Vice President, a duly elected official of this country. And we know that you are behind it,
Kasi,
Lisa Araneta Marcos.
Kasi
no?
bad shot sa kanya.
Yeah, and it's not kasi we try to make it seem as if the president is separate from her, but we don't think so. We think that all of this meron itong basbas ni Bongbong Marcos, no? Iisa yan, dalawang yan. So, and you say that it upsets you when people call your husband bangag. Ay di magpa-drug test kayo, prove
Dalawa
us
kayo.
wrong.
4 tayo.
Laka. I mean, really, prove us wrong.
Apat kami. Sabay kami ni Ma'am Lorraine.
Yeah.
Si former President Rodrigo Duterte, si Inday Sara Duterte, ikaw, at si Bongbong Marcos Jr. and all of the rest sa Luneta, bukas mismo.
In fact, you know, the Vice President has been nothing but humble and very supportive of the President, and nagpapaapi siya dito. Naiinis na nga tayong lahat kasi nagpapaapi siya and she's taken the high road, no? And yet we know, no? You know what my A1 source said, no? Pag nakatalikod ang Vice President, itong si Lisa Araneta Marcos makes faces. And it's not just one or two people, and they're willing to speak here and say it, no? So,
kinukotya niya, iniinsulto niya.
Yeah, iniinsulto niya, no? So, ito yung sinasabi natin, no, na itong mga hipokritong mga elitistang ito, ang definition nila ng kindness, yung forma lang. Yung kung ano yung itsura, yung palabas lang nila. Pero sa katotohanan, hindi lang knife ang pang-stab sa Vice President, kundi pati machete.
Yes.
No, that's kindness to you. Pag yung mga baho ninyo, ginagawa ninyo sa dilim.
Yeah.
Pero alam namin kung ano yun.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in the remaining minutes na mayroon kami ngayong araw nito sa Pilipinas nating mahal, ito pong sinasabi natin. Sa unang pagsambulat ng atake ng CPP, NPA, NDF last year,
Yes.
kay Vice President Sara Duterte on confidential and security fund,
Yes.
nagsasalita pang Malacanang. Ipinagtanggol pa ni Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin at ng Budget Secretary ni Marcos, si Inday Sara Duterte. Sabi niya, kami nagbigay ng pondo, it was legitimate, it is the prerogative of the President, at yan ay dumaan sa prosesong nakaayon sa budget rules. At discretionary fund ng Presidente yan na ginagawa traditionally and legally. At ganoon din ang Marcos Jr. na Presidente. A week after, dito ko na may ugnay. Tumahimik silang lahat, pinabayaan nilang atakihin hindi lamang ng CPP, NPA, NDF party list si Vice President Sara Duterte, pati na si Martin Romualdez, kinuyog na nila si Sara Duterte, bumuo ng alliance, at nakita na natin kung gaano kalubha, isang buwan, dinurog ang pagkatao, personalidad, at ang uri ng pagdalala ng politika ng mga Duterte, including Sara Duterte and her father. At dito ko na ugnay binanggit ni Ma'am Lorraine, sa video ni Katunying. All along, it was never just Martin Romualdez in this alliance with the CPP, NPA, NDF. All along, you revealed yourself here. First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos, ipinakita mo po ang kulay mo. All along, ikaw pala ang nagdederehe ng maruruming laro ng politika, manipulasyon, at pagpupundo ng mga bagay na nakaririmarim gamit ang abuso sa poder, kapangyarihan, at iba pa, including po ang inyong pag-hire, posible, kasi lumabas ang pangalan mo at ni Mel Robles sa mga paid witnesses ni Risa Ontiveros para sirain at atakihin ang integridad at dangal ni Pastor Kibuloy, sirain ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ, atakihin ang SMNI, birahin kami sa Kongreso, paggalawin ang NTC at ang MTRCB. Now, we have a proof how sinister, insidious, and evil-like ang mga design ng inyong operations, kung bakit nangyari ang pagligwak sa SMNI, pagwasak kay Pastor Kibuloy sa kanyang pagkatao, pag-atake sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ, suspension kay Hubahib, Governor, atake kay Pantaleon Alvarez, pag-atake kay Rodrigo Duterte, pagkawasak ng alliance na ito, because all along, it started with the way you want to relate with your political allies, the Duterte, especially the Vice President.
Yeah, and Eric, mga kababayan, it was planned early on, yung panloloko nila sa Vice President. And during the SMNI debate where Pastor really supported you and spent hundreds of millions.
All the way.
I saw you, Lisa Araneta Marcos, bring your retinue of almost 100 people at 5,000 a plate, where you ate at the table of Pastor. All of us, you all ate there, no?
Kita
And you
namin yun.
never once said thank you. And not only that, wala kayong mga utang na loob, ginigipit nyo si Pastor.
Yes.
No? Hindi na kayo nahiya.
Dahil-
And all of this is the handiwork of Lisa Araneta Marcos.
Dahil si Pastor ay identified at hindi naman niya nila ipinagtanggi yun.
Proud kami, kaibigan namin si Pierre Ardi.
Identified with the Rodrigo Duterte and Vice President Sara Duterte. So what? Bakit? Anong mali doon ni Pastor?
Eric, Karimari-Marim, you ate at the table of Pastor. You partook of his generosity.
Yes.
You sat there at that feast where your husband was treated with respect when all other media companies treated him like trash.
Yes.
And what have you done? How did you exchange that kindness and that compassion of Pastor, no? Kasi naawa siya eh. Naawa si Pastor. Every time you were described by Rappler, for instance, it wasn't just Bongbong Marcos, it was the plunderer's son or the fascist son. So much was spent on you, and we saw you stuff your face with food that was paid for by Pastor, including a retinue of almost 100 people at 5,000 a plate. 3 times you never said thank you ever.
Ma'am, at munti ko nang sabihin kung anong karanasan ko sa kanya nito. Personally, in due time. Saan ang meeting? Ano ang meeting?
Anong karanasan yan?
Anong sinabi niya before the May 1 rally ni Leni Robredo?
Okay. At saka pinuri niya dito si Leni Robredo.
Dito ko lang nakita na dalawa pa lang kandidato ng Dilawan, ng Liberal at Pink Party nung kandidato ng 2022 elections. Ngayon na namin napagtagpo ito, ang mga pagkakaugnay ng bagay. They were all along, akala natin ang kandidato nila si Leni Robredo lang. Kaya tayo'y nanindigan kay Bongbong Marcos. Ang kandidato pala ng Liberal Party at Pink and Dilawan ay hindi lang si Leni Robredo, kundi si Ferdinand Marcos Robredo din. Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Robredo.
And nagkamali talaga si First Lady dito. Yung pangbababoy ninyo sa Vice President.
Red line daw yun.
Kasi the people will teach you, no? Because who is the Vice President? Record-breaking, really, numbers voted for her ever, no? And since she sat in office up to today, just recently, the most trusted
and top-performing agency.
Correct, the DepEd. So now you are going to feel the wrath of the Filipino people at what you are doing at this public official that we've trusted.
Ito mga ugali at mga pagmamalabis ay sisingilin ito ng taong bayan. Ano ngayon kung bad shot sa'yo, si Vice Presidente?
Para bang dapat matakot si VP?
At kami din, bad shot sa'yo? So ano ngayon? Magtatahimik kami?
Bad shot ka din sa amin.
Wala kaming, hindi mo na pwedeng takutin ang mamamayan.
Wala natatakot dito.
Yes, the President is not the Philippines and the country. The President is not the King. And you are not the Queen. The President belongs to the people. His power is temporary. Hinihiram niya sa taong bayan. Pati po ang inyong paggamit ng poder na yan ay inihiram ninyo.
Eric, I never thought that I would say it with government, no, or people like this. No, I never thought I would say it because I would say it with the CPP, NPA, NDF. Walang natatakot dito. Ready kami mamatay dito. No, walang natatakot. But now we have to say it, unfortunately, to a government, to an administration that's so corrupt and so indifferent to the Filipino people.
Yes. Akala nyo, madala nyo kami sa teatro budol na nag-flop ang gimmick nyo sa padruga-druga, ha?
Worst president that this country has ever had.
Nakikita sa ating screen.
Right there.
2 o 3 sessions ito, libre halos, SMNI probe, at pati yung debate na walang pumansin sa kanya, subalit doon lang siya pumunta at pinili niya sapagkat ang SMNI ay may trusted level of confidence ng taong bayan. Live views niyan, mahigit almost 2 million. Nung debate na yan, unang punta niya. Ni singkong duling po, walang siningil ang SMNI o hininging kapalit o kabayaran si Pastor Kibuloy. Yan ang dapat mong tandaan, Lisa Araneta Marcos.
At saka ni isang thank you, wala yang binigay. At saka nung nanalo na siya, pumunta yan sila sa Davao para sa oath-taking ni Vice President. Pumunta siya kay Pastor, pero ang kanyang instructions, walang picture-taking. Ganyan ka, walang hiya ang mga yan. Walang utang na loob.
At yan ang dahilan